Xbox.
Yeah,
I don't
like the
even. I don't even know
PS5 and
what
Xbox
new
One are.
console. What new consoles the Xbox are on? I don't even. They made so
Um,
many.
I mean, what they only made Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then
Oh,
then obviously there's
the
some
Series X.
consoles
Yeah, the Series X.
in the Series
Okay,
X. I
yeah,
mean, they've made about the same amount of consoles. Funny enough,
yeah, because they had like
as
the
PlayStation.
one X, the one S, the Series X, the Series
Yeah,
S. I'm like, God damn, they just making up so many consoles. They just couldn't keep up.
yeah.
These
It depends
frames
on what
still.
you call, because obviously PlayStation has a bunch. They're pros, they're slims. So really, they've made about 10 consoles, but the other half are basically just improvements or making it smaller or whatever of the main console. Nothing like a completely new actual upgrade over the other consoles. Like they're just about to make a new slim PS5, which is actually a downgrade from the other console. The only better thing is that the heat it's a smaller console, but it's actually worse than the main console that was first released. So they both made around five. I mean, I know Nintendo's made a bunch more than any of them. They've made probably 11 consoles maybe, because they've been in
Uh,
consoles since the 80s. So, and also don't even count their multiple handhelds. They're the only main console maker that has handhelds, because PlayStation canceled their Vita, and Xbox obviously never made that because it never sells.
Alrighty. So we are live and back in full effect for another episode of the APF podcast, episode 121. It is the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're not gonna introduce yourself?
Oh, are we live? Oh, it's
Yeah.
your boy going forward. How you guys doing? Enjoying the Friday? Getting ready for the weekend. Let's get started.
So we watched the last game with yeah, we watched yesterday's game, the biggest game that was live, obviously. The Cowboys versus the Bucks, and I was pretty pleased. I didn't watch the whole thing, but the ending I was pretty pleased. I did not think the Cowboys were going to. I don't think nobody thought the Cowboys were going to come out like that at all, that close.
Mm-hmm.
The kicker, he obviously sold the bag. That was 12 points that they could have gotten, and he sold the bag on half of them. And the two that he missed were like basically 6 free points. He sold the bag on those, and the other two he made. And Tom Brady, he didn't. He had an okay. He had a four. He had four. He had four TDs, two INTs, and some of the receivers had like open passes that they just dropped. So, pretty much it was I would say I would give Dak like his performance. I would give him a a solid B,
Mm-hmm.
and I would give Tom like a B minus because those interceptions. Those interceptions were for me. That's why he gets a B minus. The other, I can't fault him on the Hail Mary one in the touchdown because it's either you get a touchdown or that was an interception, and that in the way the defense, how many people were back there, it was going to probably be interception. But the other one, it was 50-50. It could have been either a catch or an interception that turned out to be an interception. But all in all, I did bet that if he's gonna get a game winning touchdown, not no field goal pussy shit, that I was going to literally after the game get his jersey. That shit ain't happen because I knew he was gonna go for a field goal anyway. So, with that being said, what was your take on this game?
Well, I thought this was a very good game played by both quarterbacks. Both defenses really can stop the other team. You know, every team was going up and down. They were throwing the ball down the middle. They're playing man, playing zone. The quarterbacks made smart decisions, put the ball right where he needed to be, not only to get the first down, but to keep their wide receivers safe from getting crushed. Dak Prescott looks very, very good. But it's right back where it used to be. He throws 58 passes because he couldn't run the ball. Maybe that's not a surprise. It is Tampa Bay. They got stout run defense. He threw over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interception. He played very well, and they had a chance to win it. They also, as we all know, they had, I think, 4 red zone chances, only got 1. So that is also part of the reason why they lost. If you catch one of those, you win the game. In hindsight, obviously, but you got cash red zones. Red zone drives, red zone attempts win Super Bowls, win championships, win games. And their inability to do that and Tom Brady's ability to do that was part of the main difference. Now, yes, the kicker did miss a horribly bad 30-something yard field goal twice. The 60-yarder, hey, it is what it is. I know people are like, should he go for it? It's whatever. I know what he was thinking. The guys can kick from there. But he was part of it. Ezekiel Elliott got off to a bad start, but it's more about he is playing the Buccaneers rather than the offense line is bad. But they did not have Zach Martin, who's one of the best offensive linemen in the game yesterday due to COVID. So that probably was a part of it. And also, we move it to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers shot probably win this game by double touchdowns. But when you have 4 turnovers, and both of the interceptions not Tom Brady's fault. I know the ball was a little bit off for Leonard Fournette, but he's an NFL running back who's catched a bunch of passes, especially in Tampa Bay. He should catch that. So that's not Tom Brady's fault. And the other one, it is what it is. You throw it there. If it's an interception or if it's a pass down, hey,
yeah, it was either a touchdown or interception. So
yeah, so you never know because I would rather get batted down and whatever rather than interception because the guy kind of actually, as you saw, there was only 2 dudes back there. There was only 2 guys back there for that interception that guy was running back at the end of the half, I think. So that's why I would throw it there, hope if it gets intercepted, please tackle him. Because stuff like that, I've seen that happen. Guys heave it, then they catch, and then they run it back for a touchdown. Chris Godwin, he sold.
He sold bad. That's why I call him Chris Chokeling.
He really did that spin move off balance, and right as he gets out of the spin move, there's a guy already going down to hit, and he hits him and loses the ball at the 1-yard line. You score right there, that's 14-0. Game is in peril for the Cowboys, but they're able to get some turnovers. They punched the ball out of both Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette. Both I believe got fumbles. So Ronald Jones got put in the doghouse. Leonard Fournette got put in the doghouse too. As you know, Bruce Arians is a stickler for fumbles. He does not expect his running backs to ever fumble, and if you do, you don't play. So that's what happened to those 2 guys. That's when you saw Giovanni Bernard, who they brought in as that third running back, play majority of snaps. Rob Gronkowski showcasing why he is the GOAT tight end. He may not be able to run much, but the guy can get open, and he is a sure catch. Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown did good. He had 9 receptions for 100+. Tom was really dealing that ball. It all came down to, hey, the Cowboys had a chance to get a touchdown, multiple penalties, kill the drive, and when you give Tom Brady that much time left, that's what's going to happen because he is Tom Brady, young Brady, and he does what he does in the clutch, 2-minute drills, gets him down there, gets a field goal, wins the game. And so it was a fun game, a good game. I heard it got 15.9 million people to watch, which is a big, big number in today's ratings, as you know, because the only thing people watch on TV is politics and, the other thing. Watch politics and football and sports. So That's a good game. Can't wait for Sunday's games. Those are gonna be fun. I'm about to watch them at work, so but it's whatever. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch. Oh, and also my rating: Dak got a B plus, and Tom Brady gets an A minus.
Mm, okay. Okay, that's I can agree with that. You know, we're now. Well, we both have different views on the game, and that is that's completely fine. I didn't think that for me I didn't think I didn't think he got needed to get a B. I didn't think he deserved an A, and Dak I didn't think he got B plus. So what is what is the next big game?
Well, all the rest of the games are on Sunday, and then which is let me see here. And the Monday night game is Ravens Raiders. That is the game on Monday by itself. We got Seahawks, Colts, Jaguars, Texans. That's gonna be a horrible game. Eagles, Falcons, Chargers, Washington, Steelers, Bills. That's a big game. Seahawks, Colts is also a big game. We'll see if Carson Wentz is able to play that game. Got 49ers, Lions. That should be a nice route. Vikings, Bengals, Jets, Panthers is an interesting game just because you got Sam Darnold going against his old team. So that's always fun to see. Cardinals, Titans should be a good game. Browns, Chiefs should be a very good game. Dolphins, Patriots, Tua versus Mac Jones. The last two Alabama quarterbacks playing against each other is going to be fun. Got Broncos, Giants. Uh, we got Packers, Saints, and then the Sunday night game is Bears, Rams, which should probably be a rout by the Rams. The Bears are not very good. Andy Dalton is not a great quarterback. Nothing against him. It's just the truth. So, here's what it is.
No, he's not a top level quarterback in my book.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the big game. I think the Seahawks Colts the big game. Steelers Bills, um, Jets Panthers are good. It's a good game. Browns Chiefs are a big game. Packers Saints is a big game. Bears and Rams are a big game. So you got about 4 or 5 big games. The rest of those games are just good watches. Interesting watches to see where the teams are. But it's a good week of football. I'm very happy for football. And as you know, quickly we're gonna have preseason basketball, which nobody cares about. But it just shows how close basketball is here. Basketball is less than 4 weeks away. I think season starts October 5th, or like early October, like first week. So it's gonna be good.
So as we can see, Cam Newton, he obviously got released by the Patriots, and we seen just like his whole reasoning on why he thinks that they rejected that they can't that they released him is because he was going to be a distraction, and he also said that he was going to be fine with being the backup to Mac Jones, which it takes a big set to go out there and actually be okay with being the backup, knowing how big you are, knowing that you are a former NFL MVP and a Pro Bowler, saying those words, and then he also said that he thinks that Mac would not be comfortable with that, probably because that he is, he is the guy. He's been there before him. He's done a lot, and he comes out of college, gets drafted, and he's a as he should be, not no surprise, the starting quarterback. Now, there's some truth to that. As we all know, Cam Newton is a very, very outgoing and out there person who does not keep his emotions unless his emotions be known, does not keep it to himself. So will he be a distraction Yes, but he can also be a benefit. He can also, whenever Mac is not doing too hot, he can step up to the plate and he can help. He can get the game going, get his guys going, get the game back in order, and then after that, if Mac want to come back, he can. If he doesn't, then that's fine. But I was kind of shocked he was okay with being a backup because you know you being at the one point Cam was the head honcho of the league like 6 years ago. He was that dude. The guy was in the Super Bowl doing the dab, and then after he lost, what was it? He lost to what the Broncos.
Who did?
The the
Cam Newton
Panthers
in
in
the
the
Super
Super Bowl.
Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He lost. Well, yeah. That was Peyton Manning's like last year. I, th- I think that was Peyton Manning's last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I was actually surprised that he was actually okay with being a backup. But now he's at the league, and you did bring up early that I didn't even know he was injured. I didn't even know he was injured before he got released. So, but I feel like Cam's going to find a team. Somebody's going to take him and give him a home, and then give him the keys to the kingdom, and see what he can what else he can do because he's only been he said he's been in the league for like 10 years, so he's still got time, and he's still good. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with Cam Newton, but he just hasn't found a home, and just not like AB because him and AB are different stories. But I feel like if we can find that one team that to stay on like Carmelo did, I feel like he can do a little bit of damage in the league.
Well, for me, I think Cam Newton is just got to understand he's got to be number two for a while. He hasn't shown that he's been to be the best quarterback for number one. It seems like he believes that, from what we listened to, that the COVID and the 5 days thing had no impact. I think it did. Personally, if he was vaccinated and he went to go see an injury, he would have never been said to sit out. Now, maybe that injury played a part too in him not getting the job. As we figured out, he had a Liz Frank injury, which is very, very, very destructive, and that cuff put part of it. The truth of the matter is, he is a distraction or is going to be a problem. He understands it, and from my point of view, he still can help a team. I just don't think he can do it right now.
Oh
For
no, no,
anything,
no, not right now. No, that's impossible.
like every team has a good quarterback, don't really need him. So I'm not surprised to do with that. That he's going to have a hard time finding a job. If I'm him, just get healthy, wait for next year. Hopefully, a team gets some injuries, maybe, or they can bring us number two. If he wants to get to a quarterback team now, he has to go to a team with an entrenched quarterback who knows that Cam Newton is nowhere near a threat. If he find that, he can make it on the team this year, but most likely not. He told the truth. He did tell the truth about it. Mac Jones may have been uncomfortable. We will never know. It's never
No.
easy to beat a guy Cam Newton's ability for the certain job and just expect it to be super easy. And people won't say anything about being a team being a quarterback in this league. So yeah, he's got to take a rest. He'll be fine. He can continue to do his. He should go out there and pursue some other outside things outside football. I think you should give him a little bit of a training wheels on how his life is going to be after football. Not a lot of people get that, that chance to see what it's like outside football to see how your life is going to be. So I would take it. I'm sure he'll be back next year on the team. If something happens to a team now and they don't like their backup quarterback, maybe he gets a shot, but that's all I gotta say. He's gonna have to wait until next year for a chance to be even a number 2 on some teams.
Yeah. Or opportunity shows that he can be a number 2 at any point this season. But it's kind of a crazy turn how his career went from coming. He was like number 1 pick in 2011.
Yes.
And then he went from being the number 1 pick 4 years later, being an MVP and in the Super Bowl, and then now 6 years later he left the Panthers, went to the Patriots, didn't do well in the Patriots, and now he's a free agent now.
Yeah.
That's what.
I also
That's
just
what
wanted to say that Marc Gasol is off the Lakers now.
Oh yeah. I was gonna get to that next. Yeah, he got traded. He got traded for some nobody I've never heard of.
Like Wei Zhang or some shit. They were like, yeah, give us that 2nd round pick. Yeah, I mean, well, they got DeAndre Jordan, so it made sense. It made sense, anyways. Seems like he probably won't play this year, anyways. Yeah, I think he's probably done with the NBA. I read he's going to be in Spain, so he may play in Spain and finish it there.
Yeah, just like his brother, he should go back. Just go home. Like you got your ring, you got your money. You did what you had. You did what you got to do. Now, time to go hit the sheet. Time to hit the sheets and go back home, man. Because while he was there, no cap, he was just awful. I thought he was going to do a little something. I'm not saying give us like 15 points or 8 rebounds like the prior like old Marc Gasol would. No, he gave me nothing. He gave me like break threes, and all he did was just give me good passes, and it was just disappointing. It was disappointing how it just went for Mark because he didn't have money. He didn't have he had minutes to play, but he just didn't perform. He just can't. He's getting to a point like his brother Powell, where now you're getting as the older you get, the more you can't really perform anymore. And you see what his brother Powell did. He left to go play in Spain, and he was thriving over in Spain for like the whole season, and then he stopped playing. So now he's probably gonna do the same thing. Wish him all in his future endeavors, but hopefully this trade we got is going to suit us better. But I think this Wayne guy, I seen that he was he got traded, but he wants to stay with his family, or was it Marc Gasol? It was either one of them.
Yeah, he wanted to get traded and stay with his family. Yeah, because of COVID. He got COVID last year, so that probably plays a part in it. You get COVID, and he's probably seen how many people have been affected by it and everything. He's just like, look, I'm just going to stay home and be with my family. So I get that part. That's cool,
though. Okay, so we got some PlayStation games that have been in the works.
Big games.
And the first one is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. We're getting Peter Parker, Miles Morales are going to face off against Venom. Remember Spider-Man, the original Marvel Spider-Man game? Harry had the symbiote on him, so we don't know if that's going to be him. If he's going to be the Venom, probably will be. Either way, The game looks nice. Peter got an updated suit with arms now, so that's dope. Miles has got blue Venom. So I don't really know how far this game's going to take place. Obviously, maybe a year, maybe a couple months, who knows? Because it had to take some time for at least Miles to get that new blue Venom power we saw. It's going to be co-op, so a lot of people have been asking for co-op for Marvel Spider-Man, and they're giving it to us. Um, they should, which they probably are. It's going to be dope. It's going to be one of the best co-op games released in a while, and expect some greatness. It's coming in 2023. I will tell you right now, if they had that thing on, they don't have a release date, obviously, that's why it's not on. But if I can pre-order that thing right now, I just would, but I cannot. So I must wait until it is able to be pre-ordered next year. You probably won't get another big trailer Spider-Man 2 until E3, maybe whenever PlayStation does their next big event next year. But I'm very happy about this game and all that. But we all know what the big surprise was, which was Marvel's Wolverine. They're making a Wolverine game. I didn't even know Insomniac has that many people to make games like that. Like they're the new Naughty Dog, man. They're just bumping out games left and right. Banger after banger, Spider-Man.
He's bumping. Yeah, it's like what he did with the Uncharted series. Uncharted 1 was good. Uncharted 2 was good. Got better.
But these guys are cranking out. They're cranking out games like crazy, though. I mean, 2018 Spider-Man. I think it's like 20. I guess 2020. Like multiple games. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ratchet Clank, Rift Apart this year. You've got obviously 23, 24 is going to be Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine because they're going to release no game for 2022 while they're making this game. But, we all know Wolverine's one of the most beloved characters of all of comics. And I cannot wait to play Wolverine. Hopefully it's it's going to be close to what Wolverine is, which is a hack and slash, very, very vicious fighter. We all know Insomniac are a bunch of kiddies over there because every game is like, teen for teens. But Wolverine needs to be a little bit more bloody, and I cannot wait for that.
Blood. They got some blood. Let me find out.
Yeah, I mean, his hands are bloody, so clearly, if you look at the trailer, his knuckles are bloody. So they're gonna have to do some more blood for him, though. They're gonna do some more blood for him because he's not a character who's just gonna be like clean like Peter. Like with Peter, like you can get away with not being kind of team for team, but Wolverine is gonna have to be a little bit more vicious, a little bit more gory. We're not saying like we need to see guts and stuff coming out.
No,
but he's gonna have to be a little bit more vicious, just how the character is.
I mean that is welcome. That is very welcome. I would much welcome that, but you guys, they're gonna have a level of censor.
You gotta have a level of censor. Yeah, you gotta have a level of censor. I'm not being like, just shove all the blood in my face. No, just. You're gonna have to bring a little bit of blood in there because he's not a character whose attacks just bruise. No, his attacks cut limbs and cuts organs. Like that's what he does. Okay, go watch Logan with go watch Logan. Go watch Wolverine Origins with Hugh Jackman. Go see his attacks. His attacks are not the freaking Spider-Man, I punch and break your bones or whatever, or pull my punches. He doesn't pull nothing. He goes full out cutting motherfuckers, man. That's what he does. So I expect that in my game. He just heating everybody up. But I will say this. PlayStation Showcase 2021 is the best showcase, the best whatever revealed games all year. Because I'm going to get Spider-Man. I'm going to get Wolverine. I'm going to get this Knights of Old Republic remake cheese they got here. God of War Ragnarok. I know I should probably buy I can get God of War for free, but who knows if I'll ever do that. I'll just play a new one. It's whatever. Watch the thing. Yeah, man. What's it called? The Project Eve game looks lit. I was watching The Boy Heart 8. He's like, oh, this is looking lit. I'll get that. And that's about it. Oh, Forspoken. Forspoken looks interesting. They're also doing the remaster for Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. For PS5 and PC, I would get on PC if I had a PC, but I do not have a PC. But yeah, man,
Oh no,
that's
the PC's gonna be coming in December for sure, for sure.
yeah. I'd like to get myself a PC, man.
Yeah, I already know
get
which PC I'm getting. I already know.
I just need to get a PC that plays Destiny at anything over 60. That would be lit. Anything over 60 would be nice. That's just what the PC needs to do for me. And then it's not, well, I will still buy PS5. I'll still play certain games on PS5, but I won't lie. I will be playing a lot of things on PC. And plus for NBA, I'd love to get NBA on PC so I can, whenever they release the new rookies or whoever, you can just get the modded whatever and get them for free.
Oh yes, and speaking of 2K, next thing we're gonna talk about is I'm guessing you've seen some of the gameplay because I have not
I've been
yet
watching the YouTubers.
I've not yet to see any of the gameplay. So
yeah, I've seen it. I saw Chris miss a wide open dunk with the new dunk meter cheese.
yeah, I seen on the title. I was like, well, that was gonna happen sooner or later. That's stupid.
All I know is
stupid.
I don't know if you've heard anywhere about being able to turn it off if you can.
No, I have not.
I really, yeah. If I had more money, I would just buy it now. But yeah, I just want to know if you can turn it off or not. If you can, that'll be great. If you can't, then okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you look at the setting because this is what I'll be doing like 2K all the 2Ks. You know, I'll be looking through the settings and shit like through every 2K that I played for most of them. So I mean, pretty sure you can turn off just like you can turn off the shot meter for your shot. You can turn off that. You should be able to turn off the dunk meter. And if you can't, then that's kind of like,
yeah. I just want, hopefully, that if you turn off the dunk meter, it just goes back to the old way. That's just like nobody asks for a dunk meter. That's my question. That's my thing. Like they just make these things. Like they just make these things. Like who? Like I'm sorry, nobody in the NBA is like doing a meter for a dunk. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why that's a thing. Anyways, who told them a dunk meter is what is going to help be a simulation of the NBA? Who the fuck even measures when they're dunking? You know what people do in real life when they dunk? If you can dunk, you jump, you dunk. And if somebody's there, you can jump over them, you dunk over them too. Nobody does no meter. Here's a perfect meter. This is ridiculous, man.
And the crazy thing is, right, is that people, you know, every year people always complain about 2K, like 2K. Well, I can't shoot 2K, like defense, all this other stuff, right? I'm guaranteeing you because I watched a smooth like 2K22, like a little breakdown of the new add-ons. He was talking about like do not change nothing for a whole year, bro. They're gonna change shit within the first 3 months of the game.
They always do.
We're not gonna wait a whole year for this to be going through the same shit. They're going to change something before like the All-Star game. That's how
complaining, man. I'm like, damn. Yeah. I will say that look, I don't know. For me, it looks like 2K22 is gonna be an easier time to shoot than 21. I believe 21's shot mechanics were really bad, that really small thing. For me personally, I just think it was horrible. I got used to it, but I still, like Steph Curry was pretty easy for me to shoot with because he has all the shooting badges, so he makes shooting a lot easier. But I will say this, like that whole pendulum thing sucked. So I'm happy they changed it back to kind of the way it used to be, which is a meter and all that. So I think this game will be better. He was playing some Minecraft. I don't ever play Minecraft. I just don't find that interesting for me at all. It's just, who cares? But Hey, he did. He. It looks like you really need badges to go against the CPU, or the CPU's going to play some tight defense, like 2K19 defense. People talk about 2K12. I think 2K19's defense was absolutely disgusting. Just no place to go. I hated that. I really disliked that a lot. But yeah, I mean, they're probably going to change it. They always do. I never really complained about the shooting. You just have to get used to it. But the shooting doesn't look too bad to me. But that's Chris' move. These are YouTubers. They're not regular people. So who knows? But yeah, people always complain about everything. Can't shoot. The dribbling looks better though. I really hope the dribbling looks good.
I,
You know.
I hope I can actually dribble in that game.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, man. Last year's game was really bad. It's just. But if Willie Sean says who's a very good dribbler with the stick, if he says a dribble better, it's better. So I'm happy about that. Oh yeah, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy. Yeah. Just yeah, man. There's a lot of games coming out. Finally, some dope games coming. Jeez, I've been waiting forever. Just so boring. Boring. But it's gonna be nice.
Oh yes, I wanted to talk about what is it called WB 2K22 that is coming out next year.
Ooh, wow.
So as we've seen, everybody's, including me, has said the game in some sort of way. The game is just trash can water. Bring that metal trash can out, put it in there, douse it with gasoline, and light that bitch on fire like Kane, and just let it burn, because that game is just horrendously dog shit. Like you seen me one time claymore somebody when I was even trying to claymore him. How the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the corner, and I was setting up to claymore somebody, and then for some reason, just like how it was in these matches, fucking AJ Styles comes out of nowhere and just claymore in the face. I'm like, wow, whoa! I didn't even try and claymore you, but you got in the way. It's just little shit. It's just little shit like that just is not supposed to happen. And they're taking all this time. They haven't released one last year. They haven't released one this year. I thought they were going to release one this year. They didn't do that. And they're going to release one next year. So they have like three whole years. 3 whole years to get this game right. Now, there's obviously going to be some sort of way they missed something. But, like the little shit, like the Titantrons, the character models, the move sets, the arenas. You have 3 whole years to get it right. Yeah, and also the showcase mode. Give me something from any superstar. That is it can be like Drew McIntyre's rise to being WWE champion, or Roman Reigns whole year of dominance, something like that, or give me a throwback like what 2K14 did. Give us something that we haven't seen in a while, or that has not been done yet, and change up like some of the controls, like where I used to be able to throw the chair in the ring. I can't do that now. And they show you the direction to how to do it, and I'm trying to do it. I can't do it. So,
Yeah. Also, aren't they bringing back GM mode? They're bringing that back.
GM mode. So other people have to be going to past video games and making GM modes with the roster that was existent back then.
Yeah, look, they need to put GM mode because that's most of the reason why people play Madden.
Oh yeah,
franchise mode in Madden works as basically the GM mode because you can be a GM or a player. So you already had that. But 2K, especially, they haven't had GM mode in the game since actually 2008. was the last year they had GM mode, as we know, and they put in universe mode so people could do the WWE landscape and all that. But with GMO coming back, you can get objectives, contract management, like truly be a general manager. Not like what they do in real life. In real life, WWE, there's no general manager; it doesn't exist
No.
at all.
Well, the
But in the
general manager right now is like Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, but they're
yeah,
doing
but what the fuck?
but they're doing the absolute shit job at it. So
I mean, but are they really doing anything? Like this is my question with these people who are GMs and in the remember, wrestling is real, but all these decisions of who fights and whatever are made by who? They're made by the top brass. Do those
the
two even
creative,
make any decisions? Do they even make their matches? That's what I've always thought. Is that they're just there playing the character, but they're not really doing anything. They're like doing absolutely no booking. Like they're booking no matches. If they were really booking, they would actually probably get some interesting rivalries. We get the same shitty rivalries all the time. So they're just characters. A bunch of puppets. They're puppets. They're being controlled. They're not really doing shit.
and that's why John Moxley left. That's why he left because he got to a point where he just got tired of the control and having to follow a script. AEW, he can be all these all these other indie brands. You get to be you. You get to be free. You don't have to follow a script. Why am I showing up to work and acting like I'm being in a movie set every week? That's what the one thing I never liked is that's why one thing I never really liked about wrestling is that you have to follow a script. You have to follow what they say. They create the dialogue for you. It's like you're the reason why that you're good at talking. I never liked that about wrestling.
I just think it's very interesting how those guys are they have to follow a script. Now some of them just don't know how to talk. So if they don't know how to talk, they need help. Because as we all know,
that's why creative's there to help them talk.
Yeah, like The Rock and Stone Cold sold WWE back then because they could talk and didn't need help. But some of these people do really need help, like being able to talk. And it's nothing bad, not everybody can talk and whatever. But I don't blame him if he looks like somebody could do himself and talk, and he got tired of them. But man, I just feel so disturbed when we watch these guys. These general managers do nothing. They
all they do is sit back in their office for 3 hours and just fuck around with their phones.
They mess around and do whatever. They get paid well and they don't get hurt. So it's an easy, dope job, and they get to go home nice. So I'm very happy for GM mode because in GM mode, it's actually what it should be in real life. If these people are general managers, they should be making dope matches. But because they're not GMs and they just sit there and they do what Vince McMahon says like a bunch of fucking robots, they don't make any dope matches. And personally, if it wasn't to keep them in the business, they should be gone because they give absolutely no benefit to the show at all. They're just there. Like if Triple H and them and shit were there, okay, they have power, they could really make matches. That was what I would want. Is these crazy matches.
And Triple H back in the Authority days, he was actually there making decent matches while he was there. We can't deny that. When he was there, when him and Stephanie was there, had to have full control. He was making the great matches. There's no lie. Now that they're gone, now that Triple H is building up his empire in NXT, you have NXT outperforming the main roster. You have, it's like I said, and Xavier was complained about it, how people are saying that NXT is outperforming the main roster. They are. You seen the last pay-per-views. Which would you say is better? What was it? The last Takeover or SummerSlam?
Takeover is better.
Exactly.
The SummerSlam, one match was ruined by an injury or whatever, which is total nonsense. And what was it? The other one was completely known that John Cena would lose. So, the match was fine though, but it is what it is. At least,
it was Takeover 36.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Takeover 36 was better than SummerSlam this year, and SummerSlam had double the matches, and they could not compete with Takeover's like 6 matches. Takeover had like 6 matches on the whole card, and they outperformed. Like, oh,
Yep.
like that's kind of sad.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's sad, but that's what WWE seems to be more now, which is really crappy booking. Brock Lesnar, he could be back today. Like, is he gonna probably gonna F5? I mean, it looked dope, but you kind of can expect what to expect from him. But I will say this: if they do make a GMO and it looks nice, I'll be willing to play the game because making a GMO and making matches, that'll be dope to get different people chances at championships. I don't really care about dialogue or all that stuff. That's what Universe Mode was, which you could do dialogue and all that stuff. No, man, let me just make dope matches.
I really haven't touched I haven't really touched the Universe Mode when I first bought the game because
I just remember because I used to watch videos of it and I was like, well, this is cool. But rather than that, I'd rather just be the GM where you can make matches and contracts and I think they should add trading into 2K. I know it sounds weird, but trading.
No, it's not. No, it's not weird. They should add that.
Yeah, I would add trading just to be like, oh, what is this guy worth? Like, would you trade me like this wrestler and this wrestler for this kind of top wrestler?
It's like, would I trade like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre type of shit?
Yeah, make the contract, make the money work. Maybe don't have to pay these guys this money, and it's all in all. I'm very interested in the idea. It's coming out March of next year, so it's not too far away, but they need to try and make this game work. They've been putting this game in the burner for over a year. I did read that this general manager mode has been a mode they've wanted to bring back for a while. I don't know why it took 10 years, but okay. Especially now, it's been 9. They've had the W2K experience, brand for 9 years.
2K14.
Yeah, because 2013 was the last.
W13 was the last game before 2K took it over.
2K took it. Yeah, because they started calling it W.
They call it WB13 was the last game with THQ before 2K took it over.
Yeah, so they said they've been wanting to bring this back since they've gotten the license. So we'll see. I'm very interested. This has been a fun week. Classes starting for me. I need to look up buying these books very quickly. If they don't cost too much, they shouldn't cost too much. They're very old books.
I don't need to buy books. I'm good on that.
Well, for these classes, I need the books. So it's whatever. It's good. I actually went online now. I only have 2 classes tomorrow. One class.
You do start. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, I do start tomorrow. It's just weird. I was just looking. It's just because the other class is on Wednesday, which is what the guy does. So if it's on Wednesday, then it's fine by me. All right. If that is it, that is it.
With that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 121. Is I the most phenomenal man that shocked the system once again, aka the coach, signing out.
And look, it is your boy going forward. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. If you watch wrestling, get ready for that wrestling. And don't forget to save money and be frugal with your money. Do not spend it all in one place. Have a good day.
No, that's a thing everybody should live by. And we out of here.
Later.